Let me ask from the audience, do you guys know what is blood pressure? Anybody from the audience? No. Let me tell you what is blood pressure. Blood pressure is the pressure of blood within our arteries, and it is primarily produced by contraction of our heart muscles. According to the research, it is found that more than half of the American population have high blood pressure, and in which 75% of the population doesn't have control on their high blood pressure. High blood pressure can cause heart diseases, heart failure, and stroke. Do you guys know it can be easily controlled by just following few simple steps like eating healthy, doing exercise daily, and monitoring your blood pressure with the help of blood pressure monitor. Let me tell you what is a blood pressure monitor and how we can get one. As you guys see in my hand, it's a blood pressure monitor machine. It consists of a inflatable cuffs and a monitor that measures our readings from the inflatable cuffs. If we talk about how to get one, we can get it either online or from our nearby stores like Walmart, Target, Rite Aid, or Walgreens. There are two types of blood pressure monitors, like manual ones and the automated ones. I have a automated blood pressure monitor, and it's made by a company called Relion. And now we have known what a blood pressure monitor is and how we can get one. Let me tell you how to use a blood pressure monitor. For first, we need to be like seated. The first step is to be relaxed. Like, you should be comfortable and your feet should be on the floor. And the next step is to tie the inflatable cuffs, like position the palm correctly and tie the inflatable cuffs on your arm. The third step is like positioning the cuffs properly, like it should be above your elbow and like parallel to your heart. And the last step is just hit the on button on the monitor. After like 30 seconds, it will give you your blood pressure readings. Now let's have a look how we can look the readings at the monitor. As you can see, I can take the monitor off. On the monitor, you guys can see there are three words: SYS, DIA, and pulse. SYS stands for systolic pressure. It occurs when heart beats and blood is pushed through our arteries. And the second word, you guys, and DIA, it stands for diastolic pressure. It is measured when our heart is resting. And the third thing is the pulse. It measures our heartbeat per minute. Heartbeats per minute. So the first two words are like the SYS and DIA are the pressures in which the blood pressure is like measured. And do you guys know like the normal human being blood pressure is like 120/80, and if a human being's blood pressure is like blood pressure readings on a monitor are less than 120/80, then this means the person has low blood pressure. Or if the readings are more than 120/80, this means the person have higher blood pressure. So these needs things to be noticed on the monitor. The monitor also tells us, like, once we get the readings, like we can get the readings, the last ones, it will tell you like if your SYS is high, low, or normal. And DIA will have the same function. So the monitor also tells you what things you have high and low. Finally, let's summarize what we have learned. As I mentioned, like we should check our blood pressure regularly. I do like 2-3 times a day because our family has a history of blood pressure. So I'm on just safe side. I just check 2 or 3 times a day. The normal, as I told you, the normal blood pressure for a human being is 120 by 80. If it's like the readings are more than 120 of 80, the person has higher blood pressure, and if the readings are less than 120 by 80, then the person has lower blood pressure. When we are monitoring our readings, like when we are using the blood pressure monitor, a person should be relaxed, like should sit comfortably and have feet on the flat surface, like position your arm correctly, like the as I put on the table, and last important thing, positioning your cuffs correctly, like it should be above your elbow and parallel to your heart. And as you guys know, like it's not a big deal, it's a controllable thing, like we can control high blood pressure by just eating healthy food, doing exercise daily. So that's it, like go on a walk daily.